You've probably heard it 1,000 times. You need connections if you want to make it in the UFC. It's the same story everywhere. The best fighters, the ones who make it to the top, always seem to have someone in their corner, whether it's a coach with the right connections, a manager who's tight with the right people, or just pure luck. So, what about you? Can you actually join the UFC without knowing anyone in the game? Let's dive into it. First off, it's important to recognize that while connections can certainly help in the fight world, or any world really, they're not the be-all and end-all. In fact, history has shown that plenty of fighters have come up from nothing, without any big-name backers, and made it to the UFC. But how? Well, it all starts with the basics. The first thing you need is skill. That might sound obvious, but it's the truth. To make it into the UFC, your skill level has to be through the roof. This means hours of hard work, training, and dedication. You need to be great at striking, grappling, conditioning, and everything in between. If you don't have the skills to back it up, no amount of connections will help you. So, don't get caught up thinking that you need a famous coach or a sponsor to make it. Your work ethic and natural talent will do more for you than anything else. The next piece of the puzzle is visibility. This is where the struggle often lies if you don't have connections. Getting noticed in the MMA world is tough, especially if you're not training at a big gym or fighting in a major promotion. But don't let that discourage you. There are tons of regional promotions, smaller events, and amateur leagues where you can showcase your skills. The key is to keep grinding, stay in shape, and always be ready to take the next opportunity. Whether it's local fights, online promotion, or simply making a name for yourself on social media, it's all about putting yourself out there. And here's something a lot of people don't talk about. The UFC scouts are always watching. They're looking for talent everywhere, from the biggest promotions to the tiniest regional events. If you're putting in the work and consistently performing, chances are someone will notice. It might take time, but if you keep making a name for yourself, it's only a matter of time before you get that call. Now, I want to take a moment to thank you. Seriously. By reading this and thinking about your journey into the UFC, you're already doing what so many people won't. You're taking control of your future. It's easy to think that without the right connections, it's impossible to make it. But just by staying dedicated and focused on the right goals, you're already ahead of the game. Keep that mindset and never stop pushing forward. The next thing you'll need is persistence. You'll face setbacks, losses, and plenty of people telling you it's not possible. That's just part of the process. The road to the UFC is rarely a straight path. There will be challenges, and sometimes you might feel like you're never going to make it. But every fighter goes through these struggles. It's the ones who keep going, who don't let the tough times break them, who eventually rise to the top. Another key factor is adaptability. The UFC is constantly evolving, and so should you. Fighters who succeed are those who can adapt to new techniques, new styles, and new strategies. They stay ahead of the game by learning and growing, always looking for ways to improve. So if you're stuck in a training routine or think you've mastered a technique, take a step back and ask yourself, how can I get better? That mindset is what separates the good from the great. So, can you join the UFC without connections? Absolutely. It might not be easy, and the road will definitely be harder without those connections, but it's not impossible. It's all about your skill, your visibility, your persistence, and your ability to adapt. Connections can help, but they're not required. What you really need is determination and the willingness to put in the work, no matter what. You have everything you need to get started right now. Your passion, your dedication, and the drive to push forward. So stop worrying about what you don't have and focus on what you can control. If you want it badly enough and are willing to work your ass off, the UFC could be in your future. Keep grinding, stay focused, and remember, the road to success is paved by those who never give up. You can do this.